front door, but nobody answered.
You ever tried the phone?
I need to speak to you face to face. Because Carolyn Perkins is suing Lassiter's.
Sexual harassment? Where did that come from?
Yeah, look, this is typical Caroline. She didn't get what she wanted, so now she's kicking up a stink. There's nothing to it.
Are you sure?
What do you take me for?
Somebody who's been buying her very expensive handbags and letting her charge her meals to the corporate account.
They were gifts.
And how many other members of staff did you buy gifts like that for?
None. As I said, there is nothing to it. This whole thing is a complete fabrication.
We're going to have to brief the lawyers and discuss settlement.
Whoa. Don't you think you're up to handling this yourself? I mean, Lassiter's can't really afford to spend a fortune on a disgruntled employee.
Sexual harassment cases can be tricky. I'm not taking the risk.
And what about Lassiter's reputation? Media gets wind of this, we're screwed.
But if she's lying, we've got nothing to worry about. Unless, of course, she's not lying.
Of course she is lying.
If there's something you need to tell me, Paul, now would be a good time.
Don't be ridiculous. I am the victim here. I'm the one that's going to have my name dragged through the mud.
Yeah, well, you were quick to defend her when I told you she'd been fired.
Caroline has got her nose out of joint because you fired her. Now she's just trying to get money out of us any way she can.
Paul denied the allegations. There's no surprise there.
So what happens next?
Well, we've lodged the complaint, so now we start to develop the case and wait for the court date. But first, we have to talk about the Lassiter's robbery.
Why?
Because it goes to your credibility. Now, you have to be honest. Did you agree to give false evidence against Mason?
Yes, but I only went along with it because Paul's my boss. And I didn't give the statement in the end. I told the truth.
No, we might be able to use that. Can you tell me how the conversations went? Paul came to you with the idea?
I can't remember the exact details.
Right. Witnesses. When you started at Lassiter's, Paul propositioned you.
On my very first day, he invited me up to the penthouse suite.
Okay. Did you go?
Well, I said yes, but for some reason he changed his mind.
Were there any witnesses to that?
I don't think so.
Can you think of any other incidents where someone may have seen Paul behaving inappropriately?
Well, yesterday at Charlie's, when I was having a drink on his free tab.
What free tab?
Oh, Paul set up a tab for me. He also lets me charge meals to the company account.
Okay, something else you should have told me about. Why did you agree?
I don't know. He gets to put his hands all over me, I get free stuff. Anyway, that's when he touched my leg. I'm pretty sure Sheila saw it all.
Fired? Can't say I'm surprised.
Why's that?
Well, Generation Y me. She couldn't work in an iron lung and she was always in here expecting everything for nothing.
Caroline claims that she had a bar tab paid for by Paul.
She did.
Why would he do that? That's for Lassiter's executives, isn't it?
Well, they had a very interesting relationship for a boss and an employee, if you know what I mean. Paul was, very friendly to her.
Could you be a bit more explicit? Did you ever see anything physical between them?
Why are you asking me all these questions? I thought she was suing for unfair dismissal.
Caroline claims that she was sexually harassed by Paul.
Oh, I see.
We need witnesses.
No, I don't know. I can't go shooting off my mouth. I mean, I still have to work for that man.
Your job would be safe.
I think this is a Lassiter's issue, not a Charlie's one. Besides, I have to get on with this. I had a visit from Toadie Rebecca asking questions about Caroline Perkins.
I hope you didn't tell him anything.
Nothing he didn't already know.
Like what?
Well, like the fact that young Caroline has a bar tab here paid for by you-know-who.
That was confidential information.
Oh, I could have told him plenty more, like the time I saw you rubbing Caroline's thigh in this very bar.
I was merely consoling the poor girl after a rough day.
Well, perhaps you should be more discreet in your consoling in future.
I really haven't got a clue what you're talking about.
Well, I know that I could have got you into a whole world of trouble, but I'm no lagger.
I can't even believe this is an issue.
Of course it is. The world has moved on. You can't just hire staff for their good looks and then take advantage of them. I saw what you did with Rhiannon.
Really? And what about what you did with Pete a few weeks ago, huh? Yeah.
Pete?
Go on, tell me that's not exploitation.
That is totally different.
Is it? Or are you a hypocrite?
Well, I I didn't see you complaining when he brought all that money into the bar. Besides, I wasn't groping his thigh.
Oh, no, of course you weren't. No, you just put him in a T-shirt 3 sizes too small and then carried on like a 15-year-old girl at a Bay City Rollers concert. You know, you're living in a glass house and throwing stones. So anybody else that comes in here asking questions, just keep your opinions to yourself, or you'll be looking for alternative employment. You all signed employment contracts when you started here. Now, if I can draw your attention to the confidentiality clause. Under no circumstances is any employee allowed to discuss business affairs with anyone outside this hotel. In particular, I'm referring to the recently dismissed employee Caroline Perkins, who has solicitors digging dirt for her. Now, anyone who fails to comply with this will also be dismissed. I make myself clear? Good. Get back to work.
It was on the way back from training. He just started having a go at me about my methods.
Why would he do that?
I don't know, it's like he stopped trusting me.
You're not pushing him too hard, are you, babe?
Of course not, I could push him much harder. He has no idea how talented he is.
Do you tell him that?
Well, I don't want him to get ahead of himself.
Darling, you're not just his trainer, you're his father. He needs encouragement. Now, maybe if you involve him in some of the decision-making, he'll have more of an understanding of what you're trying to achieve. There won't be a problem.
You're pretty good at this. Maybe you should coach him.
Forget it. The early mornings would kill me. Listen, don't worry about Josh. He'll be fine.
I'll see you later.
Oh, can I have a word? This memo, it's about Caroline Perkins, isn't it? How she's suing for sexual harassment?
Oh, look, I can't really say.
Well, Paul put this out because I blabbed about the bar tab.
What bar tab?
Well, in my defence, Caroline had already told Toadie herself.
Okay, I didn't know that. What else am I missing?
Well, I'll only talk if you tell Paul to back off.
I'll take care of Paul. But if I'm to protect Lassiter's, I need to know everything. What else, Sheila?
Terese, honey, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Well, you think about the best deal you can offer before you call me again.
Paul.
All right. Look forward to hearing from you. Bye.
Why did Caroline Perkins have unlimited access to the Lassiter's tab at Charlie's?
It was a few drinks.
And what about touching her inappropriately?
Don't know what you're talking about there.
Sheila told me.
Oh,
And don't you dare get mad at her. You need that woman on your side.
you know what? In case you hadn't noticed, Sheila is a tad prone to exaggeration.
You need to start being honest. We could lose this case because of your ridiculous behaviour. I want details of every interaction with Caroline, in writing.
Right? It'll be a short report, though.
I'm going to have to make a settlement offer.
Rest assured, Caroline will never take this to court.
Why not?
Just trust me on this one.
Trust you? You lied about everything. Now you want me to bury my head in the sand?
You listen to me. We would not be in this situation if you hadn't fired Caroline in the first place, so save me the lectures. Couldn't keep your big mouth shut, could you?
Oh, calm down. I spoke to Terese, not Toadie, and Terese is on your side.
I decide who knows what and when.
You can't bully me. And don't think you can come in here and throw a wobbly just because you finally got found out. If you kept your hands to yourself in the first place, none of this would have been happening.
Look, I will not be preached to by a soon-to-be ex-barmaid.
Oh, so you're going to fire me now, are you? Oh, well, go ahead. You'll just have another lawsuit on your hands. And take this as a lesson. You can't keep using people and expect to get away with it. Paul?
What? What now?
Your Lassiter's bar tab no longer exists. You're going to have to pay like any normal customer. Take it up with the lady in charge.